Hey guys, welcome back. And I'm Orlando Santiago and I'm here with my model Melanie. And today we're going to be applying the eyeliner, both top and bottom, so that you can see it in detail. So what we're going to do now is we're going to grab a pencil, okay? And with that pencil, we're going to go back and really kind of open up the inside of the eye. Why? So that it looks like an extension of her eyeball. I don't recommend using pure white because pure white or anything that's not pure white next to something that is pure white will look off-white. So you don't want your eyeball to look off-white, then go with a yellow, a pale yellow, pale pink, anything that kind of simulates a realistic eye color except for pure white. Pure white is more theatrical, so it has a slightly different feel to it at the end. So in this case, I'm going with a pale yellow. And just a little bit. You don't need a lot. And just stay right in there. See? There you go. So look at the difference between one eye and the other. Automatically, that eye just popped, right? So one eye, there's a big difference between one eye that looks slightly more open and more awake than the other one. Again, take your time and really saturate it. It's not going to show up as a yellow. It's going to show up referencing the color of the eyeball. So don't worry, don't freak out. But again, pale yellow, pale pinks, pale taupes. See? Okay. Now you can also come a little bit further in the eye if you choose to. Don't go too far in, but you can come in if you want to make the eye look even bigger. Then just extend it in a little further. Right, so I think we're going to do just a little bit of a tight liner on the top, black. We haven't used black yet. What happens when you put black anywhere, it actually revives all the colors around it. So I think that's important, especially for eye shape and eye definition. So what we'll use is a cream gel liner. And I like using an angle brush because it's not a tiny brush where it has to be a liquid liner brush, so I like using angles, and you kind of have to flatten it out. This is the product, right? See that? It's a cream. And I'm actually just kind of moving it sideways so that it almost sharpens itself with product. Then we're going to go from corner to corner. So I'm going to start out by having her eyes open, look down. Yep. So what happens when her eyes are not closed is that she doesn't get the wrinkle. So when you close your eye, you get a wrinkle, right? It just doesn't allow you to see the lid for itself. But when you actually open and look down, you can still see the tight line, but you don't get the crease. So I can stay really close to the lash line without having it skip or make a mistake. Look down that way. All right, so now I'm stretching the eye just a bit, and I'm going right into the inner corner. And this line is so thin that it's barely there, but it's enough to give a little bit of eye definition. I'm going to go right in here and really deposit a little bit more. So this is basically in the top of the waterline. There you go. Let's see. All right, so let's turn it to the camera again. Big difference. There's a lot more depth in one eye versus the other. Okay? So these are the tricks. With two liners, I've just changed her whole eye shape. One eye looks bigger and more defined, right, versus the other one. It still looks good, but it doesn't have as much detail and definition to it. Yeah. The closer you keep that line towards the lash line, the better it is, because now you're not taking away from the eyeshadow, right? Too thick of a line, you're going to lose all your detail. But if you stay right close to the lash line, I can see the shape. I'm just enhancing the shape of her eye. Look down, and we're going to do some more back up here, right? Right in here. Make sure that you also have control over your client's eye when tight lining, simply because sometimes they may not have that control, and it's going to be really difficult for them. Let's see. There you go. So now let's curl the lashes just a bit. All right? Just to tail off the end of the eyes. Okay. You always want to make sure that your curlers are clean, right? So what I do is I always take hand sanitizer, Purell, Really get in there. And you also want to make sure that you have a lash curler that actually has a wide opening, right? If it doesn't open that wide, it's going to be really difficult to maneuver and get the lashes in there, and it will cause a lot of problems. You can also pinch somebody's lashes, which you definitely don't want to do. By the way, I'll save that story for another segment, where when I was starting makeup, I actually pinched the shit out of somebody's lashes, but that's another segment, so you'll have to stay tuned to find out what that was. And it's not going to be, it's very embarrassing on my part, but hey, it happens, and we're all real artists, and we've had our own struggles at one point. So back to this. So what you want to do is you want to focus on the curve. The curve is really what's most important. So if you look at the curve of the eye, the curve is actually designed to go into the crease. Most people think it's designed because of the curve coming out this way, right, or that way. It's not. It's actually designed to go this way, right? So basically, I would clamp her lashes down, and then as I curl, I would move it into the crease. You see how it fits perfectly into her crease. So it's like you're doing this, and you're curving all the way up, right? What that does, it creates a nice full C curve, not an L curve, right? So you also have to make sure that the rubber little piece inside is not destroyed or altered, because you will create a L-shaped lash if it's not perfectly intact. So look down and look straight right here, actually. So what I'm going to do is lift up, make sure that I'm getting all the lashes inside, and I'm not anywhere near her actual eye, but yet I'm going to continue to curve up. Okay, let's do that again. Okay, let's see. Good, one more time. Her lashes are a little shorter. Look down. Let's get in here. Okay, good. Good. See? Okay. So they have a nice little curve to them.